Hey, this is Erin Drive Safe with Baby Blue. And I'm just coming to tell you some safety tips on riding a moped. I just got my new moped, which I named Baby Blue, a couple days ago. And I've learned a lot about safety since I got it. Number one safety tip is going to be make sure you know how to use your brakes, because at any moment you may have to suddenly stop. Safety tip number two, make sure that you're wearing strong ankle supporting shoes and socks, because if you ever get into a situation with your moped, which you probably will, unless you're an experienced rider, you need to be able to stop with your moped with your shoes as well as with your brakes. Point in case, 2 days I spent riding my moped, 2 different days, and I found out that at the speed you're going, sometimes it's easy to become unstable or to realize that your bike is headed in a direction that you don't intend it to go. And so having your shoes and your feet as backups and making sure that your feet can hit the ground solidly is a great tip for safety. The shoes I use are basically sneaker high tops. In fact, let me show you where they are. And these are very helpful because they have a heel in them, which makes me able to reach the ground faster because I'm short. And so even though these are designer shoes, I actually got them for Christmas because I was going to be using them in, just for dress shoes. They're great because they have the extra heel, which makes my feet reach a little bit farther. They have all this super great padding in here, the double layered. And then I just put on some regular socks with some booties, and I'm ready to go. I also, I just stuck to basic travel gear with jeans, but a lot of places will recommend that you get riding gear. I'm blessed that my bike, which I'll show you in the next video, is very low to the ground. So it's very easy to maneuver. And if I fall, I don't have a far way to go, thank God. Also, be very aware of traffic around you, because the other day this person wasn't paying attention and they pulled up, tried to switch lanes. Thank God I saw them, and they saw me at the last second. I hit the brakes and they swerved back into their lane. So yes, riding a moped, it can be really dangerous, but I just stay prayed up, and God helps keep me safe. Also, you want to make sure that in addition to knowing how to use your brakes, I was advised that the back brake was more important than the front brake. I have to kind of disagree with that, because the back brake is great for normal stops, but there's a lot of times when I have to stop shortly because the light changes all of a sudden. Sometimes I find it's easier to just drive through the light while it's yellow, because in stopping, it could be more risky to me in driving and trying to stop that quickly, which I did once and ended up partway in the intersection. It could be more risky to try to stop that quickly than it is to just drive through the light. I'm not saying drive through a red light, please don't. I'm talking about lights that have just suddenly changed from green to yellow. And the thing about it is, when you use your front brake, it gives you the ability to stop faster, which ultimately reminds me that if you're driving a moped, please try not to drive that close to other cars or other mopeds, because they stop suddenly a lot, and some don't even put on turning signals. And so with the bike, you don't want to stop short because you might go flying over the handles. I mean, it hasn't happened to me, but I'm not trying to test that theory. So instead, you could, if you keep enough space between you and the cars, prayerfully, you won't have to stop as suddenly, even though you're going to deal with it. Make sure you watch the lights, because they like to turn very quickly, especially here in Virginia. And also, finally, make sure you have your safety gear, your helmet and stuff. Try to be aware of where you're going so you'll know when you have to change lanes, so you can have time in advance to prepare. there's like a sudden spot where I have to change lanes on my way to church. And, you know, it's great that now I'm kind of getting aware of it, because it was a 3-lane change and nobody wants to do that on a moped, let alone, you know, with a regular car. Let's see, anything else? Yes, make sure that drivers can see you. I got the reflective coat, but I've actually only used it once in the couple days, which has been like maybe less than a week that I've been driving. But I did find extremely helpful this light that I got from the store. It's right here. It's actually on the helmet. I attach it to the back, and all you do, it's a motion sensitive light. So you can either turn it on like that, or you can, it'll just come on by itself. And I find that extremely helpful. Sorry, hold on. I find it extremely helpful because I've noticed a lot of the drivers, even at night, going around me. So I'm aware that they can see me, which is great because you don't want the drivers not to be able to see you. Yeah, so anyway, next time I'll introduce you to my bike. This is Erin and Baby Blue signing off.